Thank you for joining us, Rob, today. It's a pleasure to share the stage with you and conduct this chat.
Happy to do it.
How is Trimble positioning itself as a leader in driving productivity and market impact across the sensor to services value chain?
So I think about sensors, I think about services, and I think about impact. So let's take those three things. Let's start with impact. The work of Trimble is meant to enable our customers to do their life's work. By applying the technologies we have at Trimble, we're enabling work to be done better, faster, safer, cheaper, and greener. I think that's work that's worth doing. That work that we're doing is these days is focused on markets such as construction or infrastructure build, transportation, utilities, forestry, and many other industries. As we all know, we cut such a broad swath across the global economy. When we think about sensors at Trimble, you can think about that data collection, whether that's aerial, mobile, or terrestrial data collection. We continue to invest in accurate, reliable, often redundant sensor fusion at that sensor level. Also more real-time data collection as well. That's the sensor level. When I think about the services, advanced spatial computing platforms are increasingly important part of our business. As is workflow, connecting the work in the physical and digital worlds. That's connecting work in the office and the field, and that's connecting the hardware and the software of Trimble. We also, on the services side, continue to innovate and invest in unique and differentiated and different business models.
The innovation in reality capture and spatial computing has just been transformative. So how is Trimble advancing these technologies to integrate data and workflows more seamlessly for end users?
Yeah, so I start with the goal, that end in mind, and that goal is connecting work in the field, in the office, and then back into the field. So we want to create as the most actionable data we can possible. In fact, let's talk about data. The topic these days in our industry is not that of data collection, it's that of providing insights on that data, provide actionable information off of that, increasingly predictive and prescriptive actionable insights. So we think a lot less about the data, I think a lot more about the actionable insights that can be done off of that. So then how do you do that? Okay, so and that connectivity in that field, office connectivity, think about the sensors in the field. Now you have to have communication. This is like a technology value chain or application stack. You have the sensors in the field, you have the connectivity from the field to the office. You need to be able to do cloud processing on that. You have an application software layer, and these days increasingly we have AI routines that you can run off of that entire data set. That's good. Now, what is better than good? To me, better than good towards great looks like operating in a common and connected data environment. Having an ability to work across an ecosystem. We think it's important to have an openness, an open mindset, that of interoperability and the technology stacks that we're delivering. You think about all the sensor and the data integration so that you can create those actionable insights, and we believe doing that in a common and connected and data environment is really important. And we continue to get good feedback from the market and our customers of just how much efficiency and productivity that they're generating when they operate in a new way, with a new workflow.
What is your vision for how Trimble will shape the geospatial industry's role in building a productive and resilient global economy over the next decade?
I think about three things I can share, and I would say innovation, community, and partnership. So at a level of innovation, over the last 5 years, Trimble has invested over $2.4 billion back into research and development. We believe the only way to thrive and to be able to help be a part of moving the industry forward is to invest back into our company. And increasingly, the nature of what we're investing back into, for sure, it changes over time. If I look at where we put our R&D dollars 5-10 years ago as compared to where we put them today, it is quite different. If you're talking about GNSS technologies, we think a lot about spoofing and jamming these days, having higher accuracy signals to work through urban canyons. That wasn't, let's say, necessarily a vector we had to put money into years ago. I think about the tens of millions a year we put into cyber resiliency. that's not necessarily the fun stuff to have to put money into, but it's what we have to deliver to the market. The fun stuff is let's say when we get into AI and sensor fusion and reality capture. So innovation is one of them. Partnership is another one. Back to that openness and interoperable, I do think it's incumbent upon all of us to be able to help move the industry forward. And so it's certainly in our mindset. I think about partnership. Trimble's a company with multiple joint ventures, which is probably unusual for a company of our size. We have a joint venture with Hilti in building construction, with Nikon in the survey business, with Caterpillar in the civil construction business, and with AGCO in the agriculture business. I think about commercial partnerships. I think about linkages we have with Esri and Autodesk, and often these are customer driven. So I take Caltrans here in the US has been a catalyst to bring major players together to help them solve their higher order problems. So innovation, partnership, and then I'll give you one more, and I would say community. We know we have a shortage of professionals coming into the industry. And we've established dozens of Trimble technology labs across the world. It's just a small part of our responsibility to help grow the next generation. We all stand upon the shoulders of those who came before us. We have an obligation to create the community who comes after us. I'm proud of work we do as Trimble with our philanthropic foundation. We put a good amount of money to work every year in natural disaster recovery and relief. We put money into the HALO Trust, so landmine clearance in war zones. So building that future and that, let's say, resilience, not only of our company, but our community, geospatial community, as well as the planet at large, to me happens at that intersection of innovation, partnership, and community.
So thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Vaishali. Thank you, everyone.